Hello, guys. Hi, Devyanshu. Anamya. Hello, students. How are you? Kemcho. You know what this Kemcho means? Hmm? Kemcho એટલે શું? Hello.
મજામાં.
મજામાં? Okay. મજામાં, then show me your face. Whether you are actually મજામાં or not. कितनी गुजराती आती है आपको? इतनी आती है? बस मजामा तक?
Yeah, whatever learned from the movies.
अच्छा अच्छा, सही है सही है. So the same situation for me in Punjabi and any other language. Yes. So how's your preparation going? कैसा क्या करा आपने अब? Like started with revision, did anything? क्या करा? So today I have a plan. Just a second. Whatever we did till now, we did how many topics? Ethics, corporate governance, your risk, right? These three topics are done. Now, if I talk about how many more we are left with, um, so we are left with planning evidence, system and controls, and procedures. Majorly, though other topics would be also covered, but into that it would be covered, right? So yeah, let's do exam kit questions. Are you excited? Exam kit questions kar le? Or like today we'll do full-fledged exam kit questions. Fine? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
How's the Josh? Low क्यों है? Naira, bhai, come on, turn on cameras. You know, nowadays I'm having full-time work from home. Honestly, I'm not meeting humans except my family, of course. So please keep your cameras on. Naira, you had really nice haircut, huh? I've seen that.
थैंक यू मैम. मैम बस चार्जर लेके आती फिर करती हूँ.
Yes, Devyanshu, Pradeep, chalo. Wait, do you like what's the reason? I'm not a kind of, strict trainer. I like पढ़ो आप शांति से सोते सोते पढ़ो खाते खाते पढ़ो मुझे क्या बस पढ़ो because I'm from the same zone ना मतलब हम भी तो कोविड बैच से थे. हाँ प्रदीप प्रदीप हेलो
Yes, ma'am.
कैमरा ऑन तो થયું Anamya, come on. You are so cute. Samat, Lakshay, Gautam. Okay, I'll take out names. You have to keep your camera on. Are they on LinkedIn? Dibanshu, Anamya, Simarpreet, Zidan, Aryaman, Samat, Lakshay, and Ira. Then I will do in some few minutes. Pradeep, what about you? Are you gonna keep it on or not? No? Dhairya, Gautam. अच्छा गौतमी अच्छा गौतमी ओ सॉरी अरे पढ़ रहे हैं अक्षत हर्षल दीपक बिंदिका फरीन where's Tahir there is not that Akshat yeah Akshat are you joining from two device or what हाँ Akshat are you joining from two device camera on please अच्छा you are the same कल जिसने कैमरा ऑन रखा था आप ही थे ना like well decorated room हाँ कैमरा ऑन So let's look quickly. I have to do many questions today, at least planning to do MCQs, and I'm really sorry. Oh, it's okay. No problem. Can you keep it on when you reach home? I love to, meet new people. Ambivert, extrovert, more type of personality like me is for us, it's really difficult to do work from home. हाँ कर पाते हो आप लोग पूरे दिन हाँ अक्षर which personality are you ambivert or introvert or extrovert Depends. Same. सही है, depends. Okay. Two options. To start with, totally up to you. Your call. The way you want, we can proceed. I'm okay with anything. Shall we start with section B questions first or section A questions first? B question first. Okay. So we haven't done for corporate governance, right? So let's do for corporate governance. Oh, we'll be able to find out here easily. You know, one hack about theory questions, straight questions, and audit. Do you know this? Does anyone know about this? पता होगा शायद. How to cover all? Yes, no? No idea? Okay. This is through personal experience. मेरे को ऑडिट में अटेम्प्ट लगे थे ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग. फर्स्ट थिंग तो मेरे को जल्दी एग्जाम देनी थी. सेकंड थिंग प्रिपेयर नहीं थी, फिर भी हमने बुक कर रखी थी. थर्ड टाइम में मुझे बुद्धि आई कि भाई ऐसे करता है. सेकंड टाइम आई डिड दिस विद जॉब. सो मैंने आई barely studied anything. Within just 5 days I was like, I'm ready for audit. So that show me, oh, you are not ready, right? So first thing, whenever you do, I analyzed during that period, okay, whatever the straight questions are there in audit, usually if you do all the straight questions present in the exam kit, that will cover every damn thing. Like to clear audit, I suggest my students to do, exam kit twice or thrice. That's it. You're good to go. If you have conceptual clarity, that's it. Go through the exam kit. So whatever the straight questions you have, do all of them. That's it. That's a shortcut trick. Okay. Let's do Petra company. Here. And even if you notice into the substantive procedures and everything, you'll find out that most of the things are getting repeated if you do analysis properly. Just a second, it will take some time. Okay. Those who keep their cameras on, I make them pin. Like, I'll pin your videos. Okay. You'll really have good haircut. Like, which cut is this?
हम लेयर से है नॉर्मल.
अच्छा, सच में बहुत अच्छे लग रहा है. तो तू क्या
Thank
छोड़. Okay. चलो आ गए. Okay, starting from this, always, four control objectives. No. Describe this. This would be that. Describe 3 corporate governance deficiencies faced by Petra company and provide a recommendation to address each deficiency to ensure compliance with the corporate governance principles are there. So yes, total 6 marks are going to be there. And your case study is this. Petra company, just a second. Just a brief. This is 1st July. Petra company is a company listed on the stock exchange. It manufactures handbags, which it supplies to the retailer across the country. The company's year end is 30th September. You are an audit supervisor with a baby loan company. Okay. So my role is at a baby loan company. Do you want me to draft? Or it's discussion is okay. Totally your call.
मैम नहीं, कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस मैंने अभी तक किया नहीं है ढंग से, तो ड्राफ्ट करवा दो एक बार।
ठीक है then. Corporate governance easy है बहुत. Just a second. Draft. Okay. Just a second. Let me make a file then. Okay. Now let's see. Are you able to see this? Visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just a second. Okay, now it's 1st July. Petra company is listed on the stock exchange and it manufactures handbag which it supplied to retailer across the country. The company's year end is 30th September 2020 X5. Just a second. Ah, 20X5. You are an audit supervisor with the Babylon company preparing a draft audit programs and reviewing the internal controls documentation in the preparation of forthcoming interim audit. You have to do interim audit. Okay, we studied interim audit yesterday, right? Now directly jump onto the requirement. You know what? One more thing. Whenever you draft, always have a habit of drafting it in perfect way. Like even though you are practicing. For me, because one thing, when you come to P-level papers, you get marks, 20 marks for drafting. Now, if you do towards the end, even in audit, students has this problem. At home, they just do like, ठीक है, draft सीखने का, like just to, practice. But when you have a habit of drafting things properly in exam, automatically you're going to do and you'll get extra marks for this, especially in P level. So this is not something you should do like last mein rakhenge. No, have it this as a habit. Okay. So if they are asking for 6 now, but there are chances we would have extra. So whenever I used to do for P-level paper, it was my inbuilt function that how it works. This is how I always, do. So kabhi problem nahi aati. Recommendation. Okay. Now, Petra company has been a listed company for 6 years. Okay. It's a listed company. One thing you always need to understand, if there are listed companies, strict rules needs to be followed. And all the directors are aware that of a need of a compliance with the corporate governance principles. Okay, they need to comply with the corporate governance. The finance director has requested that audit team undertakes a review whether the company complies with the principles or not. Audit team is taking a review. Board of Directors of Petra Company is appropriately comprised of EDs and NEDs. See, board is correct. The chair is planning to retire at the end of the financial year. And it is proposed by the nomination committee that current marketing director is appointed into the role and the new marketing director is recruited. What's the problem? What's the problem? NED. Chairman should be NED, right? How will you draft it? Just try drafting so that I can correct. Drafting it.
मैम पहले तो ये क्वेश्चन में से एक लाइन लिख के फिर उसको एक्सप्लेन करना है ना.
हाँ, एक्सप्लेन करना है अच्छे से. फिर प्रॉब्लम क्या है उसको एक्सप्लेन करो, है ना? Alright, चलो, I'll do it. So the problem is, अच्छा, if possible, then put the headings. It gives good presentation. एक सीधी बात है, answer अच्छा है, ठीक है, चाहिए. But if something is presented really well, examiner would be in good mood. पहला पेपर देख के he'll be happy क्या जो अच्छे marks देते हैं, right? That's why. So here, chair is marketing director as a chair, marketing director as a chair. Well, that's a problem. As the marketing director, as the chairman is retiring at the end of the financial year, and nomination committee has recommended the current marketing director can take a place, can take up that role, can be appointed as chairman, and new marketing director should be appointed. Okay. Now see the problem. If as per the corporate governance rules, the chairman should be independent NED. Here, when the marketing director is appointed as chairman, then it would compromise the independence and would not take and would compromise independence and objectivity. Okay. For providing direction to the board. Okay. Layman's language. Zyada kuch, it's not that extra English. No, nothing. Layman's language. Yeah, that's it. Now for recommendation, what recommendation should you give? A rule 359. 953. Do you know this 953 rule? I'll write down here. So 953 is for chairman. 953. Same NED for chairman. 5 employee. And 3 is for your business relation, material business relation. Material. Okay. These should not be present. Now you tell. So here, a new independent NED should be appointed as any employee who has been into the company in the last 5 years cannot take up a role of chairman. The appointment process, the appointment of chairman process, the appointment of the chairman should be Acha, एक second, just a second. Is there anyone who is drafting with me? No. The shortcuts which I've told you. Control, right arrow, whole word will skip. Left arrow, right arrow. Okay. Control shift, this arrow, backspace. Okay. You can, or else Control Z. You can just edit it. एग्जाम में आई डोंट नो व्हाट टू से, मतलब मेरे को प्लेटफॉर्म अभी भी याद है. आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर जब वर्ड के बीच में इफ यू पुट योर कर्सर, वो पता नहीं एक वर्ड खाता जाता है. इट यूज्ड टू फील लाइक इट ईट्स अप द नेक्स्ट वर्ड इवन इफ यू डू एनीथिंग. सो या, दिस कैन अवॉइड इन दिस सिचुएशन. इफ यू डू कर्सर it would avoid. Control backspace, whole word will be gone. Control shift up arrow, just a second. Yeah, Control shift up arrow, whole line will be selected. Okay, backspace. Control, if you do Control Shift, it will select. If you do Control Up, starting of the line, see here, there's no comma or anything in between. Control up arrow directly on the first. Control down directly last. Got it? Some shortcuts. So yeah, from now onwards, please practice them. The appointment, acha, okay. The appointment process of chairman should be on the merit basis, or the chairman should be appointed on the merit basis, and it should be through THR, through an open advertisement, and a suitable person should be elected. Okay, that's it. Understood? Next. As a point, 2 directors are subject to re-election at AGM. 2 directors are subject to re-election. What's the problem in this? As per the rule? Two directors only? How many directors are there? As per the corporate governance rules, a re-election for director for this must be done at least once a year. Re-election for the directors. You are missing just one word. That one word can give you full marks. Just one. For the all directors. All directors. Yes, very good. See, there is a problem. The problem is clearly stating that only 2 directors. And if you write down this, you'll get marks. But examiner, if he is not happy, he might give you, half for the same. So, yeah. Directors, annual re-election. Only 2 directors. Acha, one more thing. Do you guys copy and paste? Copy and paste? Don't do that. The problem with copy and paste, even if you have to do, see, if I have to copy and paste first thing in exam platform, always do Control Shift V. Matlab, if you see in CV platform, in the proper exam, the format will be different always when you copy. Always do Control Shift V, okay? Then it would have same format. Now, when you copy, it's better, I would recommend you to write down the gist into your own words. Okay, but students, what they do, they just copy in small lines. No, you will get better marks if you write down into your own words, just in small, just, and then it's fine.
मैम कॉपी करके एक्सप्लेन कर देना वो ठीक नहीं है?
नहीं, अगर कॉपी कर रहे हो, आप कॉपी कर रहे हो, उसमें कुछ एडिटिंग कर लो. मतलब एग्जामिनर को लगेगा भाई आप कॉपी कर रहे हो. द सेम प्रॉब्लम स्टूडेंट्स विल डू इन डज इन एसबीएल पेपर. ऑडिट एंड एसबीएल में क्या करो, आप थोड़ा कॉपी करो, फिर बाद में आप खुद का एड ऑन करो, उसके अंदर ही एड ऑन करो.
मैम पहले लिखने में बहुत टाइम जाता है, कंप्लीट हो नहीं पा रहे अभी क्वेश्चंस लिमिट में.
लाइक अब टाइपिंग इश्यू है.
टाइपिंग, हाँ टाइपिंग स्पीड तो ठीक है. अब मतलब आपने कीबोर्ड बोला था ना, मैं कीबोर्ड पे कर रही हूँ क्योंकि पिछली बार भी मेरे को टाइमिंग इशू हुआ था. पर मतलब वो आंसर्स लिखने में और उसको फिर नीचे एक्सप्लेन भी करना है, तो मैं कॉपी पेस्ट करके एक्सप्लेन कर देती हूँ सीधा.
हाँ, मतलब ट्राई करो, जिस आप कॉपी पेस्ट भी कर रहे हो, यू इफ यू वांट टू डू, पर आप पूरा का पूरा लाइन को ऐसे मत रखो, उसको एडिट कर दो बीच में.
या फिर अपने वर्ड में बस जो भी मेन कॉज है वही लिख दूं पूरा.
हाँ, देखो मैं इधर कुछ कॉपी नहीं कर रही हूँ, मैं जस्ट दे रही हूँ, तो इसमें एग्जामिनर को पता चलेगा रैंक्स इन बच्चों के आता है. समझ रहे हो? देयर इज अ स्लाइट डिफरेंट. देखो स्टूडेंट सब लोग 100% ही सिलेबस कवर करके बैठते हैं, फिर भी some students get 49 and some students are scoring above 90. This is the thing. Okay, Control Shift V, CTRL plus Shift plus V. अब ये जो स्क्रीनशॉट लेने का बोला था ना, ये वही है. जस्ट अ सेकंड, sharing you that into the group. Control C, but for paste. Just a second. Is your group? शेयरिंग यू. आपको टाइपिंग इश्यू आ रहा है ना, ये शॉर्टकट्स फॉलो करो, ये सारे चलते हैं सीबी प्लेटफॉर्म. आई हैव ट्राइड एंड टेस्टेड. एक एग्जाम पेपर हो गया था, बैठ के क्या करेंगे. राइट. ओके, या जस्ट अ सेकंड. Okay, now director's annual re-election. Now here the problem is only two directors are re-elected annually. So there's a problem annually in the AGM. Now, as per the corporate governance rules, or as per the rule, or you can even skip this, but I prefer writing this. If you have timing issue, then only skip. Yeah. As per the corporate governance rules, corporate governance, all the directors are are subject to annual re-election and the shareholders by the shareholders this after assessing their performance. Okay, that's it. Annual director's annual re-election. So yeah, that's done. Just a second. You can add on further. The shareholders should review the composition of the board and the election and re-elect the directors annually based on their performance. Okay. Both, any one response is fine. Okay. Yeah. Now here all the directors at the current AGM, instead of only 2 directors getting re-elected, all the directors should be subject to re-election. That's it. Okay. The NEDs are all members of the NEDs are all members of the audit committee and highly experienced in the industry in which Petra company operates. Before joining Petra company, they all were previously involved in sales and purchasing role. What's the problem?
इंडिपेंडेंसी
Sure.
पहले से इन्वॉल्व थे ना वो कंपनी में, तो फिर
Are they talking about involved in Petra company?
अच्छा नहीं,
छोटी चीज है, right? Just छोटी
They were
चीज
employed.
बट वो ऑडिट के लिए वो नहीं थे ना एलिजिबल, उनको
हाँ।
परचेजर उसमें था.
अनाम्या कहाँ बोल रहे थे were employed? Where is it talking about? नहीं, देखो पढ़ो. The NEDs are all member of audit committee, highly experienced in the industry which Petra operates. Before joining Petra, clearly stating they were all previously involved in the sales and purchase. That's a problem. See, one I would say interpretation of the answer, you'll state whole answer into wrong direction. 0 marks for this. Okay. So yeah.
पर ये रोल में अगर डिफरेंट है तो वो कॉर्पोरेट डेफिशिएंसी थोड़ी हुई.
Corporate deficiency है ना, corporate governance के rule है. NEDs, there must be at least 3 NEDs. Also, one must have at least financial experience, recent financial experience. है ना? NEDs without financial experience. All the NEDs, please, before joining Petra were into sales and purchasing roles. Which shows there is a lack of financial experience due to which they might due to which they might fail at identifying any financial issues happening into the company. Identifying and understanding. Okay. Spelling mistake के marks काटते examiner? नहीं. No, they won't. But agar, like, let's say if this is the one line इसमें मेरी 5 होगी तो काटेंगे ना, right? So you need to ensure that the wording, the meaning does not change. Through or like through का spelling में थोड़ा आगे पीछे होता, it was fine. But when you are drafting at home, please make sure you are drafting perfectly. Okay. Now the company should consider hiring, appointing. I cannot use the word hiring. The reason is if I do hiring, it would be into my payroll. Consider appointing a new NED into the audit committee, with the recent financial experience, which would help to which would NED, which would be competent enough to find out any problems into the financial statements, and understand them. The appointment process, should be on merit basis, right? And they should, on merit basis, that is also fine. Okay, one more thing. Here it's better if you do this part, add up this part over here. It would look good because here I'm stating the rules over here. So yeah, this way is also fine. Okay, coming to next. The level of executive director's pay is set by remuneration committee comprised of independent NEDs. Remuneration for NED is in the form of annual bonus. What's the problem? What's the problem? That's the problem. The remuneration of NED is in the form of the profit growth based on the last year. That's a problem. So, how would you state this? As per the corporate governance rule, remuneration of NED must be fixed, specifically not related to profit margin. If they are being paid on the profit margin, the independence could be hampered. Very easy. Okay, but you'll first state the problem and then I'll copy and paste your. Okay, so here the remuneration. Bonus based the remuneration of any form of annual bonus. Annual bonus of annual. The remuneration, I'm using your copy technique. Okay? बताती हूँ. Alter tab when you're doing it home. Alter tab doesn't work on the platform. The remuneration for NEDs, is in the form of the remuneration of the NEDs is a form of annual bonus based on the last year profit. I really don't feel like I can add up anything, but if you feel like you can keep adding. Okay? ये बहुत ही सीधा दिया था. इसमें I cannot add up anything. So, as per the corporate governance rules, now show the problem first. Here, if the NEDs get the bonus-based payment, then they might compromise the independence and objectivity as objectivity also. Objectivity remuneration based on profit. It's a rule. There will be a self-interest threat as to achieve the maximum fees, they might also hide the, what I say, manipulations or any material misstatement or manipulations done by, अच्छा रेम्यूनरेशन कमेटी है ना, एक सेकेंड, उसका अलग होगा. Remuneration is a form of annual bonus profit for the last year. They might only hire someone which is no. This is fine. Sorry. This is fine. Fees, they might also hide manipulations done by the management just to boost the profits. I'm copying your answer, Akshat. They can agree with the management about any unethical decision which can increase the profit. Copy paste. That is also fine. Adding of this. Yeah. One more technique. See, when you have to write up a lot of things, if you do enter, it will always take a new line. So I always had this. I used to press enter twice. It looks good, right? If you have to there's a lot you have already written. Now you want to show it will be, instead of this, it was a space. Like even if I take space, if you do shift enter, it would always take new pointer. See, done by the profits, just shift enter. Got it? Just do presentation. Improve your presentation. They can agree with which can increase the profit. Spelling mistake. Corporate governance. As per the corporate governance rule, the remuneration of NED must be fixed fees, not related to profit margin, not related to profit margins. If they are being paid on the profit, bring independence. Okay. Because that already I've explained in the weakness part. Na? That's why. Deficiency, we'll talk about weakness. So that's why you cannot add this. Now, the fees should be decided by the whole board, and it should be based on the time commitment and the expertise. Okay, that's it. इसमें और ज्यादा थे ही नहीं. They asked us for how many? 3. How much we did? 1, 2, 3, 4. Chalo, great. Next, what? Auditor's question. Ma'am, as you give headlines for every point, does it really help in? True. Rank इनके आता है, इनके आता है. See, heading भी देखो. Everything is given in case study only. Just. Okay.
मैम जिस क्वेश्चंस में जैसे कंट्रोल डेफिशिएंसी, रिकमेंडेशन और टेस्ट ऑफ कंट्रोल तीनों एक साथ बताने होते हैं, तो उसमें जो हमने कंट्रोल रिकमेंडेशन दी है, हमें वो चेक करना है कि इम्प्लीमेंट हुई है या नहीं.
Okay, मैं बताती हूँ. I'll tell you how you should plan in this kind of questions. Okay. See, when they talk about a deficiency, always write negative. Whatever things happening, negative. When they ask about recommendation, what is as per the rule? As per the rule. Okay. Explain benefits of following this. benefits. Test of control. Question with the word itself saying how to check controls. How to check the controls, how they are working, in short. Check the controls. How they are working. That's it. Explain in detail.
नहीं, मैं कह रही थी कि वो डायरेक्ट कंट्रोल दिए होते हैं तो हम टीओसी करते हैं कि उनको चेक कैसे करना है, पर कई क्वेश्चंस में तीनों एक साथ दिए हुए हैं टेबल में कि उनको प्रेजेंट ही ऐसे करना है, तो डायरेक्ट कंट्रोल तो है नहीं, तो जो हमने रेकमेंड किया हम उसको चेक करेंगे ना कि वो इम्प्लीमेंट हुआ है या नहीं.
हाँ हाँ, true. Okay. और डायरेक्ट कंट्रोल वो कंट्रोल्स है. डायरेक्ट कंट्रोल आर द कंट्रोल्स which are directly related to financial statement. Okay, like for example, if I give you employees are not doing punch in punch out. Okay, so there is a weakness. There is a weakness. But if company specifically ask you that mention the direct control weakness, you would state that employees are not doing punch in punch out, and in case they are taking hourly based payment, so there is a weakness. They might get wrong payment, which the hours they have not worked, and the salary cost would be maximized or inflated. Okay, these are some difference. Okay, though control chapter mein I'll also cover that. Risk question or one corporate governance question? We already did one risk question yesterday. What do you want? Risk question?
रिस्क.
Risk. पहले इसका एक MCQ कर ले. अच्छा, ethics बचा है. Ethics बचा है. No, no, no. Sorry, sir. Let's pick up ethics. Let's. Company. Which company you want to pick up? कौन सा नाम अच्छा लग रहा है? Pick up that. Your choice. What a name you would look good to you. Like looks good to you. Anyone? Any suggestion? What question should I do? Each? Okay, chalo. See, I will always suggest कि थोड़े question अभी देखो, today we'll only do risk. Tomorrow we'll start with internal control. 2 days internal control, right? So one day we'll complete topic and also do question. But if possible, identify the question which you are facing problem so that you can clear out your doubts in this session. Okay. First one. I'm considering the person who gave first answer. Aman. To a doubt in Sycamore. Okay, then let's do Sycamore. Let's do Sycamore company then. And what about you? Do you have doubt in Peach? Lizna. It was random. No worries. Let's do Sycamore then. Not able to find out questions directly. Just a second. It would take some time. Wow, it has risk as well. So we can do risk as well. Explain quality, explain the procedure, explain quality management. Where's ethics? So the purpose of fair management review, discuss the level of assurance audit, become effective quality management when I've placed. Where are the discussing about ethics? It's there's no ethics question into this. Why have they even been included in this? See, there is no ethics part in this. Let's do Peach Company. Don't worry. For, risk assessment, we can do. Risk management, we can do this question.
मैम सिकामोर तो कल कर तो लिया था रिस्क के लिए.
Chikamu करा था?
हाँ यही किया था.
Acha, then what's the doubt in this? Amit, what's the doubt in this? If you're not there in yesterday's session, just watch the recording. You can let me know if you still have doubt. Okay, let's do. Explain the two ethical threat. Just a second. For each of the threat, recommend appropriate set. Identify two ethical threat which may affect the independence of apricot company's audit of each company. Apricot and company audit of each company. Okay. Each threat recommend appropriate safeguard, reduce the threat to acceptable level. Reduce, huh? Describe the substantive procedures, no need to do right now. Okay. Peach Company has been on audit client for Apricot Company for the last year. Audit client for last 15 years. The audit staff of Apricot Company and the client staff of Peach have always enjoyed meal together. What's the problem? At the start of the final audit. Alan Edward, the managing director of Peach Company, this year suggested that instead of meal, all the audit staff or client should go away for weekend to a luxury hotel. What's the threat? Familiarity threat, self-interest threat. Wow, very good. So ethics is sorted for you. Self-interest, gift and hospitality, right? Alan Edward also suggested that current year audit fee is renegotiated to be based on a percentage. Renegotiated based on the percentage of the operating profit for the year. What's the problem? Self-interested should be fixed audit fees, right? This year, for the first time, Apricot Company has been approached by Peach Company to help identify potential acquisition targets. The discussion are currently at an early stage and no work has been undertaken at present. Total fees in relation to audit and other work would fall within acceptable level in line with the ACCA's code of conduct. What do you think? Sure advocacy threat. Self-review. Oh yes. Yeah, just a second. One more thing. As this is talking about acquisition target, there is a problem. The auditor might only recommend those kind of companies which they are in contact with publicly, right? Because they have to acquire anything, they would come up publicly. That's how it also has the, advocacy threat. So yeah, let's draft this. Alter NB shortcut. Ethical threat and safeguard. Now, the managing director of each company suggested that all instead of a meal, all the audit staff and the client staff should go away for the weekend to a luxury hotel. Akshat, what is this cartoon, huh? You are pinned to me. Hotel at each company's expense. At each company's expense. Each company's expense. Thus, that is a self-interest threat. Self-interest threat as self-interest and camera on at least one person. Akshat, you keep on. Familiarity threat. And look at you guys when you're not eating. There's a self-interest familiarity threat as they are accepting a gift or something which is not tribal, accepting goods and services which is not tribal. Just as a tribal. Self-interest, right? And also they are meeting up unprofessionally. You can write down professionally, which would later on lead the audit team to compromise on the professional on the independence PENDE independence, objectivity, and professional skepticism. Okay, that's it. What safeguard? Safeguard. Hmm? Hello. Pradeep, what happened? Safeguard should not attend the luxury meeting. Yes. That's it. So yeah. Mm, no annotations, please. So, as per the ethical code of conduct, conduct, the auditor cannot accept gifts which are why you need to replace the staff member? Do you think it's correct? They're meeting a lot. They're planning to meet actually. They're planning to meet. They're not meeting right now. They're planning to meet. So why would be replaced? So gifts and hospitality, which is significant. Therefore, the auditor should decline politely for the holiday package, for the luxury weekend holiday. Also, they can enjoy meal together, but should avoid taking payment from the client. Sometimes that's okay. If auditor is going and having a meal together, that's fine. But yeah, they should not do this. Like they should not take it shouldn't be sponsored by the client. Usual case scenario, sometimes it's sponsored only, but they should not take money from that. Because जब auditor जाता है client के ऊपर, and usually the company will, the audit company. In EY, Big Four, this is how it happens. If EY is sending you out for a meal, they will pay. Okay. Now, yeah. Renegotiated based on the profit. Okay. The audit fees is to be as suggested the current year audit fees is to be renegotiated okay, to be based on a percentage fee of each company's operating profit for the year. So there is a problem. As there is dependent fees, the auditor might oh no, first thing. There is a self-interest threat. Type of the threat. And contingent, yeah, true. And the auditor will be motivated. See, I'm using very general language. Koi hypothetical English, well, not heavy English. Will be motivated to ignore any financial misstatements which manipulate the profits, in order to maximize their fees. True, I can also write. Auditor might be reluctant, would be much better here. The reason is in familiarity threat, it would be much happen. Reluctant in the sense he won't, right? He won't. But here, even if we find out any material misstatement, he won't highlight it. That's a problem. So I can write this down over here. Okay. Apricot Company and company should take fixed fees from the client, each and company and this matter should be communicated to those charged with governance. Yes. Fixed fees from the client of each company based on the work required and the experience of the team. Experience of the team. Just a second. Experience of the team. That's right. Okay. Something else you can also add. The team should be able to have proper experience to obtain reasonable conclusion, reasonable assurance. That also you can add. Now, this is the first year, Apricot Company has been approached by Peach Company to identify potential acquisition target. Okay. Discussions are currently at the early stage and has no work been undertaken present. Total fees in relation to audit other work would fall in acceptable levels. Okay, total fees. Okay. Apricot Company has been approached by the Peach Company to help to identify the potential acquisition targets. What is the threat? Advocacy and this would include the corporate finance work, which will create potential threat to advocacy. As they are likely to promote their client. Okay, one more thing. There's also in a self-review threat. Same threat, there's also self-review threat. In addition to this, there is also a self-review threat. As whatever the statements will be prepared during acquisition, apricot company will be involved. Therefore, they might neglect any issues, any material misstatements. See, one, that's the thing. Any issues is nice, not a professional word. Material misstatement related to the scenario. Examiner will be happy to answer. Happy to marks. Sorry, give you marks. Okay. Yes. Now, apricot company and company can accept this work if it plays adequate safeguards, safeguards. They can provide general guidelines that can also be possible thing. You can also do that. General guidelines and in the same audit and can ask different team to carry out the engagement. Also, they can have a separate reviewer who is not involved into the service to review the quality of the audit. That's it. Okay. How was it? Easy? How's audit? Easy or tough? Yes or no, guys? How's audit? Difficult?
बस ड्राफ्टिंग में टाइम बहुत लग रहा है और तो सही है
हाँ, वो होगा, ड्राफ्टिंग में टाइम लगेगा, कोई बात नहीं, उसके लिए यू स्टिल हैव कितने 18 डेज है ना, आराम से. यू आर फुल टाइम स्टूडेंट ना?
पर मैम मेरा एफएम रह गया था तो मैं दोनों दे रही हूँ साथ.
अच्छा, आराम से हो जाता है, फुल टाइम स्टूडेंट हो ना आप?
हाँ हाँ.
मैंने तो पता है क्या करा था, मेरी तो जिद थी कि मेरे को 3 पी लेवल के पेपर देने थे साथ में, एंड लाइक एएफएम, एसबीआर एंड एसबीएल तीनों देने थे. फिर मैंने तीनों प्रिपेयर भी करे थे, बट माय पेरेंट्स वर लाइक 3 का रिस्क तो मत ही लो आप भाई, क्योंकि पी लेवल पेपर 25 एवरेज ले लो, विच वाज समवेयर अराउंड 75,000. इतना तो रिस्क मत लो, आईफोन ले लो इससे अच्छा. Makes sense. So आराम से it's possible. आप मैनेज आराम से कर लो. 3 hours, 4 hours, it's fine. Each.
ऑडिट में बस ड्राफ्टिंग में कर रही हूँ. एफएम में भी वही टाइम का इशू था, लास्ट में ना फंबल हो गया था तो सेक्शन बी रह गया था.
अच्छा, होता है. So नहीं, ड्राफ्टिंग प्रैक्टिस करो, प्रैक्टिस as much as possible, है ना? Great. Shall we take a break? And then we'll do audit risk question, okay? Hello, are you guys there? Are you guys back? I don't get it. Like, at the beginning, there would be 25, 26 students. Towards the end, students will leave the meeting. Yes or no? Are you guys there? Are you guys back? Lisa, where are you from? Okay. Nemish, on the first day only you kept camera on. You're from Mumbai? Okay, great. Bere, what about you? Where are you from? So most of you are from Mumbai only? From whom have you studied audit? I might know that person. And in Delhi, who has studied audit? From whom have you studied? Who is your trainer? Krishna sir. Oh, full name? Full name? What's his full name? Acha, Aman, you are from Delhi. How both in Mumbai you guys have studied different trainer? Is there any other office? Multiple office in Mumbai? Oh, oh, that's great. Nepal, now Delhi. So Anuj, you were you were in Nepal and now you're in Delhi. Is it? Krishna sir and Ashish sir's full name, what is that? Krishna. And great. Okay, nice. Chalo, let's start. We did Sycamore, na? Which company shall we do today? No, I was just checking. Like most of our ECC community, we are connected over LinkedIn. That's why I was just checking. So are you guys using LinkedIn now? Yes or no? Tell me who don't have any account. अलग से डांट पड़ेगी. Okay. धैर्य, come on. Why? Like, कौन से मुहूर्त का waiting for which मुहूर्त? धनतेरस भी चली गई. Huh? LinkedIn is very useful. First of all, tell me which question you want to do. So जब तक ये ढूंढे तब तक we can. Oh, come on. New Year से नहीं होगा. Lapis company? Let's do this. नहीं, use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very helpful. Takes time to find out. Camera's on, guys. Aditya, you kept your camera on, but you are not visible actually. ऐसा जुगाड़ कैसे करा भैया आपने? हमें भी बताओ. So how many of you are sitting for 2 papers? Only Naira? Or anyone else as well? 2 papers. Only one student. No one else? Everyone single paper? Sure. क्या हो गया धैर्य, क्यों? Only audit is left. Only audit in skill level left. Wow, wow. Oh. Oh, Dhairya, come on. Even this time, the whole deadline was, extended by a week. Kya abhi? You wasted faltu ka ek attempt na. And in the next attempt, you have to sit for 2 papers. Please complete. This is latest. No? Okay. मैम सेट नेक्स्ट ईयर दिसंबर में दे दो। क्यों नेक्स्ट ईयर देना है? इसी साल दे दो। हाँ मतलब मार्च में दोगे ना। नेक्स्ट ईयर दिसंबर क्यों वेट करना है? व्हाई टू वेट फॉर 2026? यू कैन अनम्यूट एंड आंसर फटाफट। यू कैन अनम्यूट एंड टॉक, इट्स फाइन।
मैम सेट की छोड़ दो करके अभी मत दो और डायरेक्ट दिसंबर में दे दो फिर।
हाँ मतलब मार्च में दो ना, दिसंबर 2026 में क्यों देना है?
शी सेड कि मार्च में तुमको पीएम वगैरह भी देना है तो फिर लाइक जंबल हो जाएगा काफी, ऑडिट भी पीएम भी।
एक सेकेंड, तो अभी आपने ऑडिट पढ़ा कब?
ऑडिट सितंबर बैच था मेरा।
सितंबर अटेम्प्ट के लिए यू स्टडीड राइट?
नो, मैं बैच स्टार्टेड इन सितंबर।
Okay, so for December only you studied audit.
यस।
and your कौन सी बैच स्टार्ट हो रही है? नेक्स्ट कौन सी स्टार्ट हो रही है?
नेक्स्ट पीएम बैच है।
पीएम बैच स्टार्ट हो रही है। दोनों पेपर साथ में दो फिर, आराम से मैनेजेबल है।
कभी किसी में फेल हो गई तो
ओहो कम ऑन। देखो मैं ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग आई डिड ऑडिट। See, I'll tell you my audit thing. When I did audit, first attempt, like I did self-study. Most of the papers I did self-study, only 1 or 2 I took coaching. ठीक है? So for first attempt, I had no idea कि draft कैसे करते हैं। हमको बताएगा कौन भाई? हम self-study student थे। तब तो there was no YouTuber as well. Like I started early, right? So I did, चलो बैठ जाओ, देखा जाएगा, right? And then for the second attempt, I joined job. जिस दिन रिजल्ट है उसके दूसरे दिन ही तो जॉब ज्वाइन करी, 49 marks and job. जॉब में it was my new job. How would I study? Not even I couldn't even study on the weekdays. I'll explain. I'll come to this. And for the third attempt, what I did along with the job, I used to study. I knew it. Exam देके हमें पता होता है हमने क्या करा है, हमने कौन सा रायता फैलाया, ये हमें ही पता होता है, right? So I knew it very well कि हाँ इस बार तो मैं फेल ही हूँ. Full confidence. So I started studying for audit like at least 3 hours productive daily. So I was able to clear along with my job. So if you plan accordingly, आपको 2 hours a day. If you start from today, November, right? You will have 20 days extra. If you start from today and you have taken sessions as well. So it's not that you're completely new to this. Practice questions, draft and go through 1 or 2 questions daily and then you good for audit. आप ना next year
Let's
December
see
में
अब।
दोगे ना तो भूल जाओगे सब
देखते हैं
कुछ।
क्या होता है क्या नहीं। जैसे भगवान पे छोड़ दिया है मैंने अभी सब।
नहीं, भगवान जी थोड़ी पेपर लिख रहे हैं, बताओ कौन से भगवान जी लिख के देते हैं? मैं भी आई ऑल्सो प्लान समथिंग,
नहीं
कोई
like,
डीलिंग
जो
करेंगे
किस्मत
उनसे।
में होगा वो होगा, अब क्या कर सकते हैं। ऐसे है कि मैं बुकिंग भी मिस हो गई मेरी और जो मैंने लाइक सितंबर और अक्टूबर जो पढ़ाई की थी वो भी ऐसी लाइक ऊपर नीचे था थोड़ा, क्योंकि मैं यहाँ पे थी ही नहीं, मैं
हाँ
अपने गाँव में थी और मैं वहाँ
हाँ
से लेक्चर अटेंड करती थी। तो इट वॉज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर मी टू मैनेज एवरीथिंग। लाइक
हाँ।
गाँव में तो पढ़ाई होती नहीं है, मतलब बिल्कुल भी नहीं। वंस यू अटेंड द लेक्चर उसके बाद में लैपटॉप बंद, देन
हम्म
मस्ती एंड ऑल, देन
डू यू हैव एक्सेस टू द रिकॉर्डिंग्स?
या ना आई एम वाचिंग द रिकॉर्डिंग्स अगेन, बट फिर थोड़ा सा मेरे को ज्यादा टाइम लगा।
ओके, इफ यू प्लान अकॉर्डिंगली आराम से हो जाएगा, बिकॉज आप देख रहे जाओ आपके पास 4 महीने हैं, 4 महीने में आराम से हो जाएगा। अभी तो आप करोगे ना, पीएम की डेली सेशंस कितने आवर्स के होते हैं?
पीएम अभी तक स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ, लाइक इट्स फ्रॉम दिसंबर सेकंड वीक।
और ऑडिट के कितने आवर्स के थे डेली सेशंस?
जैसे कि I don't understand.
I mean daily, how weekday sessions you might be having, na? Weekday or weekend?
Yes, weekday.
हाँ, daily कितने hours के sessions होते हैं?
Like 2 to 3 hours.
3 hours? Okay. So let me give you a plan. This plan is gonna helpful for each and everyone, huh? Not just Dario, not just her. See, whenever you have to, though I have uploaded a video as well on this, but yeah, देखो. See. Right now, your situation is, it's going on November, right? I would consider mid-November. November, mid. You have 15 days till December attempt. And those students, those who are starting with PM, they would start from at least mid-December. सारी जगह mid-December से ही start हो रही है, which is after like from 13th and 14th से batch start हो रही है. ये batch time है usually, ठीक है? और आपका होगा 15 से. If your weekday batches, then 15th, weekend batches हर बार 13, 14 से start होती है, ठीक है? And now the thing is, you have 15 days left and 15 days for this, almost 1 month. And for PM, you have 2.5 months. You know, now what you should do, even those who are not attempting your audit paper, or in case in future as well, if you skip any attempt, this is how you should proceed. For 1 month or till you have the next paper, you revise everything. Revise all topics. Okay, even if you cannot complete all topics, it's fine. You will have access to recordings. Do you think, do you feel like you need to watch recordings? What's your stage? Do you feel like you need to watch recording or just reading is fine?
Yeah, right now I'm watching the recordings again because I don't remember anything. I have forgotten everything.
Okay, no worries. Cool. All right. See, now if I talk about your situation, I'm considering you are starting from scratch. So if you start something from scratch, you need first thing conceptual clarity. This is for all the papers. Huh? Conceptual clarity is lectures, study kits, study text, or study hub. Both is fine. Okay, anyone is fine. It's okay. Or jo topic missed out, I just give that read to the another alternative. But yeah, try to go to study hub because this is ACC's own material. And then along with lectures, you need to practice questions. Practice questions topic wise. You know what mistake students do? They'll keep the exam kit towards the end. That's a problem. When you do along with the topic, let's say you're done with corporate governance, just go out on corporate, go and check what are the questions available for corporate governance, complete all of them. If you
I haven't
complete
seen the exam kit yet.
Maybe आप धन्य हो. ऐसा नहीं होता, right? No, not just you. There are many students will be following a wrong approach. Okay, so you need to complete topic wise exam kit only, and that should be done. And standard deadline, if I give, if you are sitting for only one paper before result. Or even if it's okay, if you are studying regular lectures, it's not possible that you will complete before results. But in the result month as well, you can do. Or even if you are doing late after, like if getting delayed, like if I talk about my audit batch, it's currently going on. Weekend batch, I do take. So that's currently going on, current batch. So this weekend is going to be last session. But my students are done with the exam kit. जितना हुआ उतना सब उनका हो गया. So there is no burden onto them. 15 days बचे, एक और बार एग्जाम किट कर लेंगे, done, good to go, मॉक करनी है, बस खत्म. So that's what I want you to do. At least आपके पास मंथ है, जैसे if I talk about Jan होगा आपके पास, Fab होगा, Fab आएगा. Oh no, just a second. You have December, Jan, Fab. March, I'll not consider. December, 15 days. Jan, 30 days. And Fab, 28 days. Usually, I'll take 30 days. But Fab hamara kam hai, right? So, what you should do between these, at the end of Jan, target to complete at least once exam kit along with the topic wise. And in case you are done and if one topic is taking too long, then you can pick up the questions again. It's fine. In the Fab month, you should give exam kit again. You should try it again. Now, in this duration, highlight whatever the mistakes you are, like whatever the tough areas you find out, tough questions, definitely you're going to find out. Whenever I talk about drafting questions, this is the point you'll do. And at this point, you will just draft random questions, whichever you found difficult, draft random questions. And at this point, you should start doing it at 1.5 minutes. यहाँ पे 1.5 होगा ही नहीं आपसे. जब मैं थी मुझसे भी नहीं हो रहा था. The reason is we do not have draft. Like gradually speed आएगी ना. So that's why you should do this. Now Fab में करो 15 days, 20 days ले लो. And last 10 days revision and mock. Take up any mock and just do the revision. That's for standard plan for any one paper. Okay. And जो pre-mock आती है, whatever pre-mock you get, do it thrice. Thrice in the sense, first, try it on your own. ACC release their pre-mock debrief. Okay. Watch that. After that, try it on your own. And whatever your drafted answer is, पहले तो एक बार देख के कर लो. ACC जब पढ़ रहे हो ना, just copy it. Whatever they are saying, just copy their answers. And whenever you third time after copying, you'll have all the concepts clear into your mind. Just try it once on your own. 2 times, try it on your own. 3 times done. So any topic repeated, you'll get an idea. Okay, that's a standard plan for any one subject. Now, if I talk about you, that in case you plan for 2 subjects, okay, let's say you're starting from now, you should try that you complete your both the thing. Like I would recommend result आए ना, result कब आता है Jan? Result date. Do you remember? Date याद है? 12th को आएगा. हाँ, Jan 12th. I just wanted to tell you. See, on 12th Jan, you'll get a result. Now, you have 2 months from today. You need to study. You need to read the study text, study hub, or whatever you wanna go with, and practice all exam kit questions within these 2 months. Exam kit at least once. आप देखो ना, आपको तो और ज़्यादा time मिल रहा है as compared to other students. और जब तक आप, unless you're not sitting for the PM exam, try to devote more time for your audit paper. You'll be able to crack 2 papers. Also, one more thing, one mistake students do. आपने पढ़ लिया, ठीक है? Start new topic. Okay, हो गया. What about revision? You need to revise. You have pocket notes, na? At least revise. And once you're done with questions, like I assume you will be done with the question drafting. Up to you, how many questions you want to draft, it's totally up to you. Matlab, I always recommend my students, it's better to study once with 100%, or even if you have to put 120 or 150% efforts, it's fine to deal with one subject once. But if you have to deal with the same subject second, it's gonna be boring. So it's totally your call. How many questions you need to draft it. So when drafting, you need to ensure that follow properly, do things properly. Okay. Well done. हाँ, यहाँ तक हो जाएगा. And yeah, one more thing. On the weekends क्या करते हो आप लोग? चलो weekdays में ही पढ़ो, weekends मत पढ़ो, ठीक है? Have fun. इतना भी boring life नहीं बनवानी मुझे आपकी. Have fun in the weekends. Movie देख लो, web series देखना. कोई बात नहीं, वेब सीरीज देखना जो काम है. ऑडिट में कौन सी करेगी? एक तो वेब सीरीज है. When I was studying for audit, there was 3 girls on Netflix. So 3 best friends, office वाला. वहां पे मुझे corporate governance बहुत अच्छे से समझ आया. I understood corporate governance very well into that web series. Okay, so you can have chill, but on the weekdays, keep 1 day or half day or extra slot just to revise, extra day just to revise the topic. एक डे 1 day full fun, at least एक half day तो पढ़ो आप, right? Saturday half तो पढ़ लो, right? At least revise and just do mindstorming of the question. जितना past में करा. That's how you will be able to deal with 2-3 papers सब आराम से. And in this scenario, if you're attending sessions, you would require 4 hours productive study. Okay, if you're doing self study, मतलब आपको sessions देख के लग रहा है कि आप जरूरत नहीं, आपको सब समझ आ गया, you don't need it, then good to go. आप ऐसे ही read कर लो. 2-3 hours is more than it. Now tell, is it difficult? 20 days strategy? हाँ है, सब कुछ है. हमने सब ट्राई करा है. So being a self study student, we have tried everything, and there is not 20 days are not remaining. It's just 18 days, है ना?
मैम 2 सब्जेक्ट्स की बताओ.
Okay, okay, done. I'll cover everything. Not, हाँ 18 days है. उसमें से एक आध दिन सोने को चाहिए और एक ऐसा कोई दिन है कि हाँ नहीं हम तो अभी किसी की शादी तो नहीं आ रही. हाँ, पोर्शन हो गया है. पोर्शन इन द सेंस कौन सा हो गया है? कितने पोर्शन हो गए? स्टडी टेक्स्ट कंप्लीटेड. ओके. एक सेकेंड ना. एग्जाम डेट इज 1st December and today it's 12. कब है? कब है आपकी बीकॉम एग्जाम्स? डोंट वरी, मेरे साथ लास्ट ईयर एमकॉम की एग्जाम ने ऐसा करा था. डोंट वरी, हो जाएगा. बस 3 ही दिन है. हाँ हाँ हाँ, आई वाज सरप्राइज. 3-4 दिन कैसे? $29. Okay, okay, all right. चलो, I'll give you a 18 days strict, like 18 days plan. यहाँ पे I'll cover start from 13th. अच्छा, आप जो night study करोगे, it's okay. You can, according to you, you can do it. Now what? अच्छा, we are also doing sessions. I'll give you plan according to sessions. तो आपको easy रहेगा, ठीक है? So today, like in case you wanna study considering till before sessions, I would consider that give it a read or revise whatever the topics we have done till now, okay? And start practicing exam kit questions. Now you need to do, there are 18 days, 10 days, quick revision. Quick revision. And we'll end sessions on 21st, है ना? 21st? That's November. Okay. Till 21st November, if you wanna do exam kit, do all the questions. 21st को I am damn sure आप खींच के ना 22 कर ही दोगे. Quick revision with questions. Yes. How? See, pick up pocket notes, read the rules. I'm covering most of things in the class, right? Or pick up your short notes. Or in case you feel like you need to give it a read to study text, then ऊपर से. How ऊपर से? जैसे if I'm picking up corporate governance, right? When picking up corporate governance, I know that this topic, when I read the heading, I'll get an idea कि अच्छा हाँ इसका ये topic कहना क्या चाहता है. Just देख लो, just एक बार देख लो, is it correct? Yes, then move further. फटाफट complete. अगर करना हो तो, in case you don't have confidence that नहीं study text के बिना how would I go, or else pocket notes is good too. Okay, practice questions now for drafting. If you have drafting problem, practice question. Draft every first question after 3, like in the sequence. If you feel like you need more practice, draft every alternate question. That is also fine. You should be done with 10, right? 10. So if let's say, if you study for 3 hours a day, revise a topic. Let's say if I'm saying you study 8 hours a day. Oh, bhai sahab, seriously? Yes or no, man? I mean, you cover one chapter in 2 days or? बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ते हो आप तो. मैंने ये पढ़ाई सिर्फ पी लेवल में जब मैं 2 पेपर फाइनली डिसाइड कर चुकी थी तब मैंने करी थी. एंड हाँ, आई डिड सम मोस्ट ऑफ लाइक काफी टाइम नहीं है. हाँ, ओके, नो वरीज. ओके, जस्ट अ सेकंड. देखो 22nd तक, और लेट्स से इवन इफ यू टेक 25th, आई वुड रिकमेंड 22nd ही करो, बेटर रहेगा. 22nd तक कंप्लीट एग्जाम किट, which is what day is it? Wednesday. नहीं, what day is it? It's Saturday. Or even if you take Sunday, that's fine. 3rd, right? You have 1 week remaining, which is from 24th to 29th. 30th को मैं नहीं करती. Oh, sorry, thanks for remaining. 3 hours में देखो, even if you are doing topic wise, let's say you are doing corporate governance, okay? Corporate governance के topic निकाल के देखो कितने questions है, कर लो. मैंने कब बोला कि do all the questions? कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस के जितने भी क्वेश्चंस है उठा के टाइप कर लो, हो जाएगा, राइट? और इफ यू फॉलोइंग दैट मेथड 3 आवर्स कर लो तो थोड़ा ज्यादा मेहनत, थोड़ा ज्यादा ट्राई करना, ट्राई टू कवर इट एज फास्ट एज पॉसिबल. और आपके अगर मैं मेजर डिवाइड करूं तो आपके 7-8 टॉपिक है. Once you are done with 7-8 topics, practice all the questions. That's it. What about the part which need to learn like ISA and other questions? मैंने स्टार्टिंग में बोला था. I've told this. When you study, when you see like open your exam kit, there's gonna be direct questions. Read all of them. Like do all of the direct questions. And question mostly 90 to 90%, 95% chances you will get only from that. Okay? For whatever like you have to learn ISA or that, you will get direct questions from this. Only exam kit? Yes, pocket notes plus exam kit. हाँ, आपने तो बोथ किट्स भी करी, हमने तो एक ही करी. हमारे टाइम पे तो अवेलेबल ही नहीं थी. हमारे टाइम पे तो XRDF was also not available. It's fine. Do study up in both the kits. It's good to go. But whenever you do kits, okay, just make sure whenever you do MCQs, whenever you choose any option, go back, read what's the reasoning. Because this way, if you go back and read the reasoning, you'll cover up the whole topic. Okay? So we don't need to learn from study text. I don't think so. Now you need. Dhairya, this is not for you, huh? This is for students sitting for exam. I'm assuming they're done with the study text. You have to do study text. हाँ है ना? Conceptual clarity लाओ. Rank किसके आते हैं? इनके आते हैं, उन्हीं के आते हैं. Marks आते हैं, उन्हीं के आते हैं. But don't rely on MCQs. One more thing. MCQs don't rely. The reason is, I've seen examiner tries to tough it. Oh, so sorry for that. Okay. हाँ. Listen, if I talk about whatever topic you take, do practice questions. This way, if you complete your paper, और अगर आपके पास, if you are able to give more time, आप पूरा topic जो है ना, उसके questions ले लो. जैसे if I'm talking about, अभी हमने we picked up ethics. If you have time, you can also give it a read to other questions, mindstorming करके. Okay? समझ आया? And after this, from the week starting from 24 to 29, solve mocks. Strictly time-based mocks. How? कौन सा वाला timeline? 2.5 hours. I'm not saying you to sit for 2.5 hours straight. वो हम नहीं बैठ पाएंगे. I was also a girl जो नहीं बैठ पाएंगे इतने hours, right? So I used to always divide the timeline which I've already given to you. Divide that timeline and daily do mock. Okay. Do you have anyone to review your mocks? Mock review होता है? Friends करते हैं? Examiner, I mean, trainers mocks review नहीं करते? करते कि नहीं करते? Mock support है? Yes, no. अमर,
मैम फर्स्ट मॉक अप होगा इस वीकेंड और उससे पहले एक बार रिव्यू की है बस.
2 मॉक रिव्यू हुई है ना आपकी?
नहीं मतलब मैंने क्वेश्चन ही दिखाया था उनको खुद से और मॉक अप होगा फर्स्ट इस वीकेंड.
अच्छा, ओके, अच्छी बात है. वो वाली मॉक देना, रिव्यू होगा ना, वो रिव्यू करवाना. क्लास ही नहीं जाते, कोई बात नहीं, शाबाश नहीं जाते तो राइट. सो इफ यू वांट टू रिव्यू योर मॉक प्रॉपर्ली, आप देखो, चलो आई ऑल्सो गाइड के हाउ टू रिव्यू मॉक. ये ना हम अपना वो बोलते हैं ना, अपना बिजनेस बेच रही हूँ मैं. I'm like the thing which we trainers charge for, वही मैं बेच दे रही हूँ आपको. Don't use this against me. Okay, we are also gonna do. Right, see, look at this. There's ACCA's marking guide. Which question is this? Acha, this is Sycamore Company. Pick up any question. Random page. Lapis Company. Okay, great. See. If you talk about Lapis Company question, look at the pointers they are covering. These pointers, if they covered and explained well, and if I compare about that, let's say there's a situation, goods are in transit, okay? Explain from the case study. What is the problem? How is it a problem into the, financial statement? They have explained well. Is your answer nearby this? See, I'm not saying it should have same wordings. No, never do that. Is it nearby this? Is the gist same, meaning same? Then it's correct. Okay, you can give marks. As much how to review yourself. So I'm assuming at 25th you will be done. So just a second. 23rd you will be done. No, 23rd you will be done. 24th, first mock. Find out mistakes, read it, what's the problem. 26th, second mock. And 28th, last mock. That's it. उसके बाद mock मत करना. ठीक है? उसके बाद you need revision. Pre-mock अच्छे से कर लेना. Yes. Anything else? You can unmute and speak. फटाफट हो जाएगा. Anything I missed out? You feel like?
मैम व्हाट वुड यू रेकमेंड कि पहले एमसीक्यूज करें या पहले सेक्शन बी से स्टार्ट करें?
मैं कभी ये रिकमेंड. अच्छा, in exam you mean? In exam you mean?
हाँ, मतलब पीछे से शुरू करें या पहले एमसीक्यूज खत्म करके सेक्शन बी पे एग्जाम में?
Okay. See, if you want to do पहले section B, but it's fine. But you need to be very careful while drafting. मतलब आप टाइम ना गवा देना. ऐसा ना हो कि आपका टाइम चला जाए. ठीक है? But I would नहीं, section A से जाओ. आप लोग पक्का करोगे. Section A से जाओ. Okay? Because see, the problem is, let's say if you spend a lot of time in drafting one question, if you by mistake miss out 10 MCQs, then आपका तो सीधा marks चले जाएंगे ना, 20 marks चले जाएंगे. Or if you are, even if you not fail to answer whole 5 MCQs, एक केस नहीं करा आपने, आपका पूरा 10 marks ऐसे ही चले जाएंगे. आपका पेपर 90 में से होगा. Right? So do section A and then section B. Skill level this way, professional level we'll see later on. उल्टे से करते हो तो मेरे. That's it?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, do we have to practice? Nah. See, it's totally up to person, I'll tell you. I was the one who drafted like alternate 3 questions. And I also had a friend who drafted all of the questions. Still, she failed. So I hope you get it. The point is you need to focus on the conceptual clarity. Okay? हाँ वही है ना, उसने तो भाई स्टडी टेक्स्ट भी रट ली थी. बाय हार्ट था. मेरे को तो नहीं था. मैंने तो एक बार पढ़ी एंड गुड टू गो. हम तो बैठ गए. राइट? एग्जाम किट करने बैठ गए. सो दैट्स द थिंग. यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन द कंसेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी एंड हाउ आर यू अप्लाइंग द नॉलेज व्हिच यू हैव स्टडीड. That's the point. Now, sometimes it happens. Some students get it by doing exam kit once. That's good to go. Some student won't get it by doing exam kit twice or thrice. Now it's totally your call. और 2 करो 3 करो doesn't matter. मतलब in the sense, I hope you get it. Like if you do BPP as well, but if you have the same problem, you're not understanding how to apply the knowledge, तो फिर BPP में जाओगे. समझ रहे हो? Like you can, if you want to practice additional questions, what you can do, PPP questions which are not there in Kaplan, you can definitely go for that. It's fine. Why would I say no? है ना? And for drafting as well. Like if you have serious typing issue, then I would recommend draft more questions. This is 261 page.
Ma'am, what's the average speed we needed for the typing?
I never calculated it. Even in my interviews, I was asked that how is your typing speed? I said I completed my full audit paper on time. So that's it. I never calculated. Right? Okay. If you want to see that how many questions you need to draft, whatever the questions, at least these many questions should be drafted. Okay? And the rest of all, mindstorming. All right. And you should be able to complete at home 1.5 per minute. That's it. That's your drafting ideal speed. 1.6 थोड़ा हो जाएगा, हम करेंगे extend. We are humans. हमको कितना भी deadline दे दो, हम उसको खींच के लंबाई करते हैं.
1.5 थोड़ा ज्यादा हो जाता है मैम जब ड्राफ्ट करना होता है तो
हाँ,
क्योंकि
I know.
कुछ होते हैं जो लंबे एक्सप्लेनेशन ले लेते हैं.
I know. ज़्यादा see, the point is, if you practice to do in strict environment, अगर आप 1.5 पे practice करते हो, आप damn sure आप 1.6 पे ही लाओगे. I mean, oh, I'm not saying that per minute वाला, हाँ, like words वाला scene नहीं बोली. Even if I am giving 20 marks, just a second. आप अगर 1.5 into 20 marks ले लो, कितना आएगा आपका? It would be 30 minutes. So अगर आप 20 marker question 30 minutes में draft करने का try कर रहे हो, damn sure you're gonna extend 35. But you need to make sure you are not reaching at this mark. Oh, एक second. 1.5 multiply 20. हाँ, 30. 1.5 multiply 1.8. 1.8 multiply 20. It would be 36 minutes. 35 ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. Don't do this. So if you are doing it at 32, it's fine. समझे? Because exam में panic में हम extend करते ही है. Got it? आपको practice करनी है, भले ज़्यादा होता. Anything else? 2 papers अच्छा 2 paper के लिए as well. 2 पेपर के लिए as well you can follow the same thing. FM में भी same process करो. FM का तो और late है ना, तो आपके पास तो और time है. So I would suggest कि थोड़ा और time लो और ज्यादा questions practice करो. अच्छा FM में एक और चीज है. See, आपके जो MCQs है, आप topic देखो, आप सीधा side में पेन रखो and then just do it. उसमें time नहीं लगता, topic wise जाओ. Okay, Naira?
Okay, ma'am.
That's it. No questions? Chalo, let's start with audit risk. I don't think so we'll be able to draft, but yeah, we'll discuss that. Chalega na?
Yes.
Let's draft. पूरा नहीं हो पाएगा हमारा. Okay. Yeah, मैं ऐसा करूँ कि like how much pointer should you include? Only that if I show. Is that fine?
मैम आप वो बता दो ना जो हम लोग रिस्क को आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं, हमें वो मतलब पर्टिकुलरली क्वेश्चन से कॉपी पेस्ट नहीं करना होता जैसे आप बोल रहे हो, तो फिर मैम उसमें भी तो एक टाइम हम लोग का चला जाता है ना, क्योंकि लिखने में या फिर समझने में.
Let's drop 1 or 2 then. Okay. See. चलो फटाफट करेंगे आप. Identify 8. See, even if you are rushing on time in exam as well, मतलब आप जब घर पे ये प्रैक्टिस करते हो ना, even if you are rushing on time, still you will follow proper formatting. By default in exam, you are only gonna do in that way. So that's why I suggest students from the day one always have habit. Like if I show you my books for these subjects, Excel sheets, they are very formatted way. मतलब लगेगा कि ये तो प्रॉपर एग्जाम दे रही है. रिस्पॉन्स. First thing. It's 1st July. You are an audit supervisor of Indigo Company. Okay, my role is I'm working as an audit supervisor at Indigo Company and planning the audit of your client, Lapis Company. Okay, I'm planning the audit of my client, Lapis Company, for the year ending 30th September 2025. Forecast profit before income tax for the year. Forecasted profit is 69.9 million. And the forecast revenue is 192.3 million. The audit manager has attended a planning meeting with the finance director and has provided you with the following notes of the meeting. There are some meeting notes as well. Here. Lapis Company manufactured televisions at 6 factories located across Europe and purchased most of its raw material from overseas supplier. There's a problem in this first thing. Overseas supplier. There would be a foreign exchange, right? A risk in this, that what if they are not recording foreign exchange properly? Overseas risk. But ये business में कैसे आएगा? Financial statements में कैसे आएगा? Generally supplier है ना, goods in transit का risk. हाँ, वो हमने देखा था वैसे. Subsidiary नहीं है, इसीलिए जो मैंने पहले बोला ना, it's not a subsidiary, इसीलिए recording का risk नहीं आएगा. Okay? These raw materials are shipped directly to one of the company's factories, and goods are usually in transit for up to 6 weeks. Lapis Company has a responsibility for goods in transit. Lapis Company has a responsibility for goods in transit from the point dispatched. Okay, so it has the it is responsible from the point of dispatch. Okay, now you need to identify. Okay. First thing, goods in transit. What's the problem in this? What's the problem in this?
There is a problem regarding the recording of the goods, and there is an issue of cutoff.
Cutoff
and because of the cutoff, there might be a problem that the goods are not accurately recorded in the inventory.
One more area problematic.
And due to this, overstatement or understatement in the inventory can be done. Yeah.
One more transaction problematic. Payables नहीं आएगा.
Payables भी आएगा मैम.
है ना? So yes, Lapis Company. Okay, let me copy this. How much do you copy? इतना पूरा copy कर लेते हो? If I'm copying this much, makes sense. देखो, पूरा copy नहीं करने का. Lapis Company. Most of the raw material Lapis Company manufacturer located Europe. Purchase, Lapis Company purchase from Lapis Company manufacturer television located across Europe. Purchase most of purchase from overseas suppliers, and usually goods are therefore. See, got it? In transit for up to 6 weeks, and here Alt tab, and the responsibility of the goods of Lapis Company is from the point of the dispatch made by the supplier. That's a copy wala scene. Okay. Now see, look at this. As goods are in transit for 6 weeks, there would be a problem. No. There would be a cutoff testing risk. What if inventory not received? Oh, cutoff testing risk, which इसमें क्या लग रहा है? Overstatement or understatement of inventory? Overstatement or understatement?
Understatement.
पक्का अंडरस्टेटमेंट? अंडर नहीं लग रहा?
नो मैम, रिस्क अगर ज्यादा हम लिख देंगे तो और रिस्क हो जाएगा, कम लिखने से भी रिस्क हो सकता है, हम मिसस्टेटमेंट भी लिख सकते हैं, बट एज अ रिस्क हम ओवर को लिखेंगे।
क्यों रिस्क ओवर आपको क्यों लग रहा है ओवर?
मैम वो ज्यादा इफेक्ट कर सकता है ना मिसस्टेटमेंट में, कि अगर ज्यादा रिस्क शो कर रहा है तो फिर वो एज अ वो प्रॉफिट में इफेक्ट कर सकता है, रेवेन्यू में इफेक्ट दिखे सकता है उसका।
देखो, क्या हम ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते? वन मोर सिचुएशन, वन मोर पर्सपेक्टिव, ठीक है? योर पर्सपेक्टिव आई एम नॉट सेइंग रॉन्ग, वन मोर एडेड पर्सपेक्टिव. If it's saying goods are in transit right now, you have not recorded it, suppose, because if you record it, you have not paid it, you have to show it as you have to show it as a payables as well if you're not paying it on time. Then don't you think it could also be understated? Because if they don't want to record it now, because वो ऐसा तो नहीं बोल रहे they are paying right now, they're saying on the date whenever they get it, they are वहां से जब डिस्पैच करते तभी इसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. व्हाट इफ दे शो दैट पे नहीं रिकॉर्ड करे बिकॉज पेबल्स हो जाएंगे ना, फिर तो इधर कैश और इधर पेबल, ये भी तो पर्सपेक्टिव है. व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
तो मैम क्रेडिट वगैरह का कुछ है नहीं,
यस
क्रेडिट
मैम,
या कैश
यस मैम,
में
हो
हम तो
सकता है।
यही कर लेंगे ना, हम रिस्क में स्टेटमेंट नहीं लिख सकते बस ओवर अंडर की जगह।
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. जब आपको पता नहीं है कि what is and you are likely to feel कि हाँ misstatement हो, misstatement ही लिखो. Okay. So cutoff testing risk. There would be a cutoff testing risk due to which the inventory could be misstated. अब अगर पेबल्स लिखो, पेबल्स कभी ओवरस्टेट नहीं करेगा कोई, वो अंडरस्टेटेड होगा. अगर फॉर पेबल्स इफ यू राइटिंग इट कुड बी अंडरस्टेटेड. ओके, सो इफ आई टॉक अबाउट the payables goods are not purchased on cash and there are chances due to which the payable will be understated as the company has the responsibility of the goods from the point of dispatch. मतलब पॉइंट ऑफ डिस्पैच से उसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, तो मतलब जिस दिन पे उसने डिस्पैच करा उसी दिन से पेबल कंसीडर करना चाहिए कि नहीं. ना यू माइट थिंक कहाँ इतनी प्रॉब्लम है. लेट्स से इफ द पेबल इज गुड्स डिस्पैच करे 29th और लेट्स से 15 6 weeks लग रहा है, हाँ 15th March को, then for the year end that would be problem. The party won't record it, get oh no that's not payable as much because they are saying that we haven't received goods, but actually they have the control. Understood? Yes, no? हाँ ना silence we consider no. नहीं समझ आया?
अंडरस्टूड।
Okay, great. Now here the audit team needs to do a detailed cutoff testing of all the purchases of raw materials for the year end, and they need to check the sample of The shipping evidence. Shipping, they need to collect or check the shipping documents. Documents of before and after the year end. That's it. To ensure that the cutoff testing is complete. Okay, understood how? Chal. Now let's discuss. Okay, now, like this is how you'll draft. Now let's, okay, the same way. इसको पहले भूल जाना, पहले तो देखना ही मत. First of all, you have to identify the risk. Now, the company's internal audit department undertakes control testing across all 4 factories. Control testing across just a second. Is this a new client or old? Nothing written, huh? Nothing written. Okay. The company's internal audit department undertakes control testing across internal audit department. Testing across all 4 factories, visiting each site at least once every year. Audit manager has discussed with the finance director that external team may rely on external audit team may rely on the controls testing which carried out by the internal audit department. What's the problem in this? What's the problem in this? Guys, what's the problem in this? No problem? Camera on, please. Naira. Akshat.
Auditor need to rely on the work of other. In this case, on the internal audit work. So there is a problem that there is a chance that the work which is performed by the internal auditor may not accurate or correct, and hence they need to verify their work on and all the procedures that they have performed and document all the procedures as evidence.
What if the control is weak by internal audit department? That's a problem basically, right? So yeah, look at this. Available. If the reliance is placed on the work or inadequate for the purpose of audit, then external audit team may form an incorrect conclusion. So yeah, here I would, in a conclusion, strength of the internal control, this could result in performing insufficient level of substantive testing, thereby increasing the detection risk. Okay, so I'll tell you in my language. If the reliance is placed on the internal audit department, there are chances the internal audit department might have a lack of control, proper control. If relying on the internal audit department would also lead the only consider the last time. If the external auditor does not include proper substantive testing, then there is a detection risk. Understood? बस इतना ही, इन्होंने ज्यादा दिया है. हाँ, this thing you will write down from case study, but the answer. Now, if I talk about the auditor's response, external auditor should internal audit staff read the reports, review files relating to testing factories, ascertain nature of the audit work undertaken. My language. External auditors should meet internal audit staff and review their work, whether they have carried out a detailed testing, whether they have used proper controls or not. That much is also fine. Now, before using the work, internal audit team needs to evaluate, perform the audit procedures on the entirety of the work which plan to use in order to determine adequacy of the purpose of audit. In addition, the team will need to re-perform all the testing carried out to assess the adequacy. Okay, so you can say that before relying on the work of the internal audit department, the external auditor need to check whether they have carried out all the procedures or not, evaluate their work, and test for the transactions or test for the reperform some of the testing carried out by the internal audit department. This much is fine. Understood? From students' perspective. Okay. Now, if I talk about next one, the company sells television to wholesale customer and are directly to sells television to the wholesale customers. See, and directly to individual customers, members of the via public company website. Okay. Significant wholesale customer has recently informed lab-based company that it's experiencing financial difficulties. However, the financial director indicated that allowance for receivable is not required in the year-end statement. What's the problem? Dependency? Oh man. If you're saying that dependency is on the single customer, that is a business risk you are showing. In audit risk questions, you have to show what is the risk in the financial statement. Now tell me what's the risk. Omar, Umar, Omar. Umar, I will. Tell me, what's the problem in the financial statement?
Overstatement of receivables and understatement of bad debt provision.
Yes.
There may be a risk that receivables that we may not receive the amount from the party as a name नहीं दिया, okay, from the wholesale customer, and either it may become a debt or we may not receive the full amount, and there is a risk of allowance understated of allowances.
True. Correct.
And discuss with the management about the correspondence between the wholesale customer की क्या issue है pay करने में.
मैम IAS 37 भी हम डाल सकते हैं ना?
हाँ डाल सकते प्रोविजन वाला. वन मोर थिंग, ये तो वो तो खुद ही बोल रहा है ना कि हाँ इन्फॉर्म तो है ना कि एक्सपीरियंसिंग फाइनेंशियल डिफिकल्टीज, इधर डिस्कस विद मैनेजमेंट नहीं आएगा.
मतलब वो बोल रहे हैं ना कि फाइनेंस डायरेक्टर ने बोला कि अलाउंस की नीड नहीं है, तो क्या बात हुई कि अगर वो आगे पे करने का है या नहीं.
द बेसिस फॉर नीड, द बेसिस है ना. ओके, लेट्स सी दिस. No allowance receivable. So there's a single customer, there's a significant wholesale customer. Lapis company finance director does not believe allowance needs to be there for the year ending 30th September. Now the risk that trade receivables will be overvalued or overstated. Now the customer balance may not be recoverable, so receivable may be overstated, allowance needs to be made. So here you can write down that the receivables may be overstated, and in case the customer balance might not be received, that's the so that the bad debt provision is not correct. Bad debt provision might be understated and receivable overstated. So it needs to be, if it's sure that customer is not going to pay, then you should make a bad debt, declare as a bad debt, right? That you can recognize. The allowance is not recognized. The same thing. Bad debt allowance, okay? Review the test of controls surrounding a way in which finance director identify potential irrevocable receivables, balance, credit control to ensure they are operating effectively. See, the finance director is, not having proper way. So you need to check on what basis. So check the controls placed by finance director. On what basis they are considering this irrevocable receivables, and what basis they are considering debt. Okay. Check the correspondent customer, discuss the finance director rationale for not maintaining receivable despite the financial difficulties. So yeah, you'll check with the customer as well, and then you'll check why he is not maintaining bad debt even after they are facing the issue. Check the post year and cash receipt testing. See, if they are saying that they are finding difficulty in paying the particular transaction, what if they have paid after the year end? So you need to check the post year end as well. So check a receipt in particular significant customer in order to assess valuation, the need for allowance or not. So in order to check the post year end balance, in order to see whether the amount has been received or it needs to be created as a bad debt. That's it. Okay. इन्होंने थोड़ा बढ़ा के दूंगा. Okay.
मैम, और जो ये गुड्स इन ट्रांजिट का था फर्स्ट वाला, उसमें हम इन्वेंट्री काउंट ऑब्जर्व वगैरह नहीं कर सकते ना, अटेंड फाइनल ऑडिट
नहीं क्या
में कर सकते हैं?
हाँ इंटरव्यू में देखो, See, the point is here they are not talking about the risk that the inventory is wrongly recorded. कट ऑफ टेस्टिंग है तो प्रॉब्लम है डेट में. आप क्या करोगे रिकॉर्ड जाके देख के? अगर वो बोल रहे हैं, if they are saying that inventory is wrongly recorded or miscalculated, then you need to go there and check on what basis they are calculating the inventory. समझे?
Okay.
That is the point. The students who has lack of conceptual clarity will end up writing the point at which you said. तो जिसके 51 to 55 किसके आते हैं? इनके आते हैं. स्टडी पढ़ा तो सबने, पूरा सिलेबस सबने पढ़ा है, कंसेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी सबको है, बट अप्लाई कौन सा कहाँ करना है वो डिपेंड करता है. ओके. नाउ लेपिस कंपनी Lepis company offers 3-year warranty on the new television purchased. Okay, there is a warranty as well. वारंटी आएगा तो क्या आएगा? इतना पढ़ के मेरे को एक चीज समझ आने लगेगी.
IAS 37.
मैम IAS 37 आएगा इसमें.
आएगा इन द सेंस वारंटी प्रोविजन बनाना पड़ेगा.
हाँ
Yes.
जी मैम.
One more thing, while booking exam, आपका सिलेबस अगर डिले भी होता है ना, and you read any question, and by just reading 1 or 2 lines, जितना टॉपिक हुआ है, if you are able to, whatever the topic's done, if you are able to identify that what is it trying to say or what's the problem, then you should go and book the exam. 1 month है ना, उसमें कवर हो जाएगा. अगर आप नहीं कर पा रहे हो and you have not studied and you feel that within a month you are gonna give it like anything you can, then also you can book the exam. पर फिर आपको 2 पेपर दे रहे हो and you are in doubt, then you should think in that scenario. Okay. Now one more thing. Yeah. The finance director has confirmed that warranty provision for the year ended 30 will remain to similar level. Also, in the next year, change one of the television to cheaper alternative. Increase in warranty claims. Problem, warranty not given. So yeah, there's a problem, the same problem led to an increased warranty claims, speaker deficiencies. So it's an overall customer claiming more, then the warranty provision should be higher as compared to last year because the customers are claiming more. The finance director is anticipating that lower overall level of the provision is similar, which there is a risk of understatement of provision and understatement of expense for the current year. Okay. If I talk about discuss with the management what procedure they are taking these estimates, and whatever the reasons identified for increased claims effect on this, whether these need to consider for the estimate or not. Check the level of the claims received during the year. What are the level of the claim post year end? Compare the provisions made to year end to assess adequacy of the provision. Check post year end balances as well, and check the current year provisions made. Because what if after the year end they are not receiving, even if they are claiming warranty claims, but what if the company denies to give due to any situation, that could be considered. So you need to check the post year balance as well and the current years. Okay. Yes, no, understood. That's it, huh? Okay. So yeah, do remind me, I'm saving this as well. Do remind me from the half remaining part, we'll continue to. Okay? या तो फिर आप खुद ट्राई कर सकते हो. I would recommend you to do that. बाकी हम कल कंटिन्यू कर लेंगे. All right? That's it, guys. That's it for today.
मैम कल कौन से चैप्टर कवर करेंगे?
मेरे को क्या लगा कि ये तो सिर्फ 5 days है. I was doing wrong calculation in my mind. So I was like, ये ज्यादा कंप्लीट करना पड़ेगा, बट कल हम आराम से एक सेकेंड ना, रिस्क हो चुका ना अपना, प्लानिंग भी हो रखा है ना अपना.
हाँ, प्लानिंग हुआ है.
कल हम ये 2 कर सकते हैं आराम से. Okay, so my plan is for 2 days evidence and internal control, like question solving के साथ. For the remaining 3 days, substantive procedure के साथ ही I'll pick up these remaining chapters, procedures and all the remaining chapters, 3 days. And for 1 day, I mean 2 days बचेंगे ना आपके पास और, which is 5 hours, उसमें हम drafting कर लेंगे. और एक और चीज कर सकते हैं, when we do substantive procedure drafting, we can draft one full question also. It's fine. मतलब पेपर का ही draft कर लेंगे. So that later on, in case you have extra doubts, we can pick up that. ठीक है? So yeah, that's it, guys. All right. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Study and please take care. भाई मैंने ये सुना है कि एग्जाम टाइम पे आप ज्यादा पढ़ के बीमार नहीं होना है. एग्जाम टाइम तक तो stay healthy. है ना? Bye-bye. Have a good day. Silent decision.